everyone, and welcome to Soul Bouquet, where we carpe our every damn diem. Today's book card reading is for singles, and we're asking the question, who is coming next for you? So today I have 3 piles for you. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3. So just sit back, take a deep breath, and choose whichever pile or piles are calling out to you. As always, this is a general reading, so just take the parts that resonate and leave the rest behind. I'll see you at your reading. Hello everyone who chose pile 1 with this sigil. This is your reading. So I'm going to explain the sigil and what it means in just a second. First, I'm just going to show you your tarot. And after I read your tarot, I will clarify with some oracle cards a little bit later on. Once again, this reading is for singles, just wondering who's coming next for you in love. So you have 3 tarot cards here. The first one is Death Reversed. Then you have the High Priestess. And your last card is the 8 of Pentacles reversed. The back of that deck is the 3 of Hearts reversed, or the 3 of Cups reversed. Clarifying those, we have the Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, and the 2 of Cups. The back of that deck is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so your sigil means I love all of my aspects, and you'll see what that sort of means in the context of your reading a little bit later on. So I'm going to come here first to the 3 of Hearts reversed, being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And I feel that for you, that there might be some sort of situation with, I feel like you might have fallen out with somebody who was a friend, or the person that you might have your mind on the moment is a friend, someone from your friend group, but I feel that whoever it is, you're not really talking to them at the moment. Either that, or I feel like there's some sort of third party situation going on. So perhaps you were the third party, if that makes sense. And I feel that if it was the second case, if you didn't know that you were the third party, if you were the third party, I feel like you didn't know that per se, and you don't know where to go at the moment, like because of that situation, it kind of caught you off guard, so you're not really sure which way to go. And I feel that with this sigil, because it says I love all of my aspects, it could have been that you knew about the situation, that there was another person involved, and I feel that you might have some guilt associated with that, but it's really saying to like let the guilt go in that case with the sigil. Anyway, so I'm going to come here. So you have the High Priestess, and it's being clarified by the Hierophant. So I'm seeing that you are a very spiritual person. To me, the High Priestess and the Hierophant are the 2 most spiritual cards in the deck, and to me they actually are a couple. But in a way, they're also a bit opposite. So the High Priestess represents inner knowing and secret knowledge, and the Hierophant is sort of about institution and institutional knowledge. So I feel like this is sort of reaffirming that whatever situation you were in, it was a secret one. However, you wanted it to be more stable, I want to say. Yeah, and I'm also guessing that even if there wasn't a third party involved, whatever the relationship you were in, it was kind of secret anyway. So maybe it was like not a sturdy relationship. Maybe it was like a friends with benefits sort of situation or something like that. Sorry, it's all about like the previous situation. But what I want to say about like a new person coming in is that before a new person does come in, and I feel like you will have something sturdy with them, with the Hierophant here, I'm feeling that first you're going to have to retreat and withdraw in yourself a bit. I feel that, like, I just keep on coming to that owl in the Hierophant for some reason. sorry, in the High Priestess for some reason. So it could be that, you know, owls are like representative of a very wise bird. So it might be that you are going to meet someone, or you have met someone, the person in the past, and when you did meet them, it was sort of like an inner knowing that this person was going to be important to you, and you wanted to make that like known to the physical. But with the Hierophant here, but that wasn't really possible with the Three of Hearts over there. And I feel like that situation had kind of knocked your confidence quite a bit with the I love all of my aspects card, because um a lot of times the sigils that do come up is sort of the opposite of where somebody is at the moment. So with the I love all of my aspects part, I do think that whatever situation was in the past, it did knock your confidence a bit. And it's really saying that you need to like come back to yourself. Like, these are both very knowledgeable cards. So it's like spiritually and physically, you're very smart. And I feel that whatever the situation was, like with the Three of Cups there, like I feel that you might have known that it wasn't going to work out, but you tried to make it work anyway. And that might have been a reason why your confidence has been knocked a bit, but it is saying that, you know, you should get back up. Like, this isn't a situation that I want to say it wasn't a useless situation. So I'm going to come here to Death Reverse, and it's being clarified by the Knight of Wands. And I'm seeing that there is somebody else coming in here for you with the Knight of Wands. And I feel like that person is going to be sort of similar to the old one with the Death Reverse, because the Death card represents change, and it represents unalterable change. So I feel that there is a person coming in for you. I don't want to say it's the same person that we were in the old situation with, but there is somebody who's coming in who's very passionate. But I feel that this next person is going to be kind of similar to the old one, as in like the Knight of Wands. They're not somebody who comes in with a plan. They come in because they are passionate. And I want to say that this person who's coming in isn't going to be the right person for you either, to be honest. Like with the Three of Cups there, I feel like it's going to be a similar person. So somebody who's not really looking for something serious, somebody who's going to play with you again and mess you around. And with the Knight of Pentacles here, it might be that like underneath it we have the Hangman. So it might be that you might want to just take a break for a minute, because this person, like, it's obviously your choice. If you do end up with this person here who's coming in, it could just be like a rebound situation. So it will be okay for you in that aspect. But I feel like if you were to get feelings involved, you will get hurt again, just like you had before. Because I feel like whatever this situation was, you sort of retreated into yourself. And if the person who's coming up for you, if you do get emotionally involved with them, it's going to make you retreat once again. But anyway, so then for the outcome of the reading, we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed being clarified by the Two of Cups. So what I'm sort of seeing here is that after this situation, because I do think that this person who's the Knight of Wands is coming in as a test for you, there's going to be a second person coming in, and that is the person that you really want to go for. That person will be like, you know, your Two of Cups. It will be somebody who is very good for you, somebody who's going to sort of fulfill you emotionally, and they're going to reciprocate that feeling with you emotionally. The Knight of Wands is not going to do that. The Knight of Wands is kind of a fuckboy. The Two of Cups it's coming after the Knight of Wands. So if you do choose to be with the Knight of Wands in the short time, because I do think that the person who's the Knight of Wands is going to be a short time person for you, you can do that. It's not going to deter this person at all. But yeah, this is the person that you're going to really want to wait out for. With the Eight of Pentacles here, it's just really saying to me that it's going to be not hard to be with this person. Like, This person is going to be similar to your old situation. You just have to wait out a little bit more for the Eight of Pentacles to come in, so they could be the person who you actually want, because I feel like the person who's the Two of Cups is off your radar. Like, you don't see them coming. I feel that you have a sort of knowledge that they're on their way, because you do have the High Priestess here. So I feel like you intuitively know that there's somebody who is out there for you, and you could feel that they're close. However, this person's coming in first, and they're not the ones you want to look for. Like, you could see the High Priestess. You can see the High Priestess just looking that way. She's looking towards the future, and this person is in your past, and you don't want to. Well, obviously, if you want to, you could waste your time with them a little bit, or you could give them a shot. But the person who you really want is this person, the person who is your Two of Cups. And I feel like with the person who is your Two of Cups, they will help you regain your confidence once again. Like with the Knight of Wands, if you do get emotionally involved, I feel like that you're going to sort of regress into yourself once again, as I said. The Two of Cups person, so it might be a little bit more difficult to trust the Two of Cups person. Of course, it is your choice to do whatever it is that you want to do, but I recommend waiting for this person, because I'm feeling with the Hierophant here, the person, and the Two of Cups there, the person who's coming later, they're going to want what it is that you want. It's going to be very balanced. The person, the Knight of Wands, they're not going to be the person who you want to hold out for, to wait to change, want to wait to become the Two of Cups. Your Two of Cups is on the way. It's just you have to be ready for them. I'm hearing you have to be ready to accept that they like the parts of you that you don't really want to look at. I feel that with the person who's the the Knight of Wands, and they might. I feel that they're going to be very charming, because the Knight of Wands are usually very charming people, and because they're so passionate, I feel that you will feel like, oh, this person, it doesn't even matter what happened in the past because I have this person. But the person who's the Nine of Wands, they're going to make you, it's going to be sort of similar to the old situation. Like, they're going to, like, I want to say, make you want to hide part of yourself. But to be able to accept the Two of Wands person, the Two of Cups person, you're going to want to sort of accept those parts of yourself. So I do think that if you do go with the Knight of Wands, I do think it might just be a little bit harder for you to accept the Two of Cups person, because I feel like they're going to hurt you again. And with the Two of Cups person, you're not going to be sure if you want to trust them or not. But, this person will not only accept all your aspects, but you will also start to accept all your aspects because of that person. But don't wait for them to sort of do that. Like, you're going to want to take initiative in trying to get that way. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to your oracle card. I'm going to start with Moonology cards first, and you have 3 of them. So the first one is Step Out of Your Comfort Zone, which is the North Node. Then you have Surrender to the Divine, which is the Full Moon. And then lastly is Nothing is Yet Set in Stone, which is the Musical Moon. Back of the deck, you have It's Time to Release Negativity, which is the Full Moon in Scorpio. So I'm going to start with this one. So step out of your comfort zone. I do think that once this Two of Cups person does come along, it is going to be sort of out of your comfort zone, because I feel that you are used to people like the Knight of Wands, like the Three of Cups reversed. Like, you're used to people like that. And when the Two of Cups person does come, I feel like you're going to be slightly jaded. So it is just saying that once you get out of your comfort zone, that's when things will start to change for you. Then next is Surrender to the Divine, which is the Full Moon. And I want to say it's just like time to surrender trying so hard, if that makes sense. Like, I feel with these people in the past, because of the way that they were, you've always had to work very hard at trying to convince them or trying to stay with them. And it is saying that you won't have to work that hard with this Two of Cups person coming in. And then lastly, you have nothing is yet set in stone, which is the mutable moon. And that's to me just saying like you can have a choice to speed up this process, because once again, this Knight of Wands is coming. It's your choice if you want to engage with them or not. By engaging with them, like I feel that it will help you like sort of recover from the situation that you are coming out of, but it will sort of slow down this Two of Cups person coming in. So it's up to you if you want to go with them or not. Anyway, so next I'm going to come to your Clow cards, and you have two. So the first one is the light, and the second one is the earthy. Okay, so I'm going to start over here with the light. And the light says, lead everything yourself, your prospect for the distant future. And I think it's just really the second part, because like, you know, the second part of this, because as I said, there is somebody coming in for you in the distant future. Well, not distant, after this person, there's someone who's coming in for you who is going to be your perfect match. But you do have to take the lead. You're going to have to want to be with them. You're going to have to want to do the work on yourself, or at least start to accept the parts of yourself that you don't really want to see, for you to be able to accept this person properly. It also does talk about that, like in this situation, you are the light, and that's why I feel that a lot of people are attracted to you who you don't really want to be with. It's like, I want to say it's like moths to a flame. Like, you know, moths are usually kind of, I don't like moths, so like they see you, they see your light, and they just rush into it. And I feel that's why that these sort of situations do keep on happening. But you're going to want to hold out for somebody who's not rushing in because they just see ooh light and run into it. You're going to want to wait for somebody who, I want to say, sees your light for what it's worth. Like, for instance, I want to like punch my candle right there. You can see how small it is as in compared to that one. And I feel like that's what the moths are doing. They're just kind of rushing into it, and they're just kind of dimming your light. You're going to want to wait for somebody who's going to help build your light up rather than diminish it. And now I'm going to come here to the earthy. So the earthy says source of life, symbol of effort and acceptability. And I think it's just for you to say to sort of ground yourself in yourself. Like you have to accept all of your aspects and sort of, yeah, it's like, well, the acceptability. You need to accept the parts of yourself that you don't really want to see. And forgive yourself for, I want to say, the situations in the past that you have brought onto yourself. It's a lot about that. You have to accept and love and forgive yourself. And the earthy is also about foundations. Like you want to build a strong foundation in yourself, so you don't have to wait for the other person to sort of accept you, because you want to be able to do that for yourself. I do think that they're going to help you accept yourself, and they are definitely going to accept all of you. It's just that you don't need them, if that makes sense. You want to have them as a asset rather than the foundation in itself. It's like sprinkles on ice cream. Anyway, so next I'm going to come to these cards. This is a Guided by the Angel card, and you have one, which is number 22. I want to say the number 22 is or will be important in this connection. Do take it as it resonates. But anyway, it is 22 is a master number. It's like 11 twice. So, sorry, it's 11 twice. So, I want to say keep an eye out for it. But anyways, the angel is Yael. Yael. Yael, I think. Anyway, so I'm going to read him out to you. Yael says, whoever is born under his rule has a spirit marked by the principle of change, because he knows nothing is permanent and not a moment in life should be wasted. Original and exotic in thought and action, he is often seen as being mild or superstitious. He has philanthropic ideas, is generous, and cannot stand human suffering, always working for the common good. He feels the need to travel and to get to know other mysterious countries. An excellent medium, he is consulted by people who, believing in his ability, seek happiness through his predictions and premonitions. And for you, I'm just really saying that it's marked by a principle of change, because the person who's coming in for you is going to be very different from the people that you're used to attracting. I feel that like once you start accepting yourself, your light will get bigger, and that person will be able to see your light, and that's when they will start to come to you. I feel like for some reason with you is the excellent medium part. So I don't know if you do mediumship or you are close to that or something like that. But I feel that something is going to be a part of, like that is going to be a part of this connection. Like I don't know why. Maybe it has to do with the number 22 as well, because that is like a sort of angelic number as well. But yeah, I also want to say that maybe this person is a foreigner because of the exotic part. Anyway, so I'm going to read out the attributes now in case you wanted to call on the angel. So the attribute is divine justice. The planet is Uranus. The angelic choir is the cherubim. The ruling hour is from 7 a.m. to 7:20 a.m. The reasons for invoking are to protect businesses, to protect fame and fortune, to help with studies, and to help decide on a vacation and new paths. I want to say that it might be for you that you might choose to work abroad or something like that, and that's when you're going to meet this person, because I do feel like there is something here with foreign countries. It doesn't have to be, so just take it as it resonates. But yeah, anyway, so now I'm going to come to these lookup cards. You have 3. The first one is a year from now you'll wish you had started today, and I do think that it is just a warning about this person again. So this person, the Knight of Wands, is going to waste your time. It's up to you if you want to get your time wasted or not, because I feel like you will get temporary value from this person. It's just that I do feel that in the end, you're not going to be quite happy. Like after the situation's over, you might be kind of unhappy with it. And so then the next one is, it may be stormy now, but it never rains forever. And I do feel like that's, again, about the type of people that you have been drawing in, because you're going to be able to find someone who is a good match for you. It's just that you have to get there first. And lastly, you have the best views come from the highest climbs. And I do think that's just going to be, because this person who's coming in is going to be such a contrast to what you're used to. It's going to be, I don't want to say overwhelming. That's the word that came to my head at first. But like, I feel like it might overwhelm you at first, but it's going to be maybe breathtaking. But yeah, so the back of the decks says, put aside past differences and reach out to old friends. Make your bed every morning, and declutter your living space and donate anything that isn't useful or beautiful. Anyway, you can follow those activities if you like. I don't really like them too much, so I have this for you, which is another mindfulness activity. And the one you have is this bubble. And it says, mindful immersion. The purpose of this one is to cultivate contentment in the moment and escape the persistent striving we find ourselves caught up on a daily basis. Pick a chore, something you usually just want to get done before moving on to your next task. Rather than treating this as a regular chore, try treating it as a completely new activity. For example, washing up. Notice how the water flows into the sink, how the washing liquid intertwines with the water, how moving your hands through the water creates bubbles, and how they feel on your skin. The idea is to get creative and discover new experiences with a familiar task. So yeah, that's something you could do if you were interested. But anyway, pile 1, that's all I have for you today. If it resonated, I would greatly appreciate it if you liked, shared, subscribed, and commented. If you didn't know what to comment, could you comment a flower? I like flowers. It's a bouquet. And hopefully the idea is to get a lot of flowers in our bouquet. But yeah, other than that, don't forget to carpe your damn diem. Bye bye. Hello everyone who chose pile 2 with this sigil. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to explain the sigil's meaning in just a second. But first I'm just going to show you your tarot, and then after I read the tarot, I'm going to clarify with some oracle cards a little bit later on. Once again, this reading is for singles. It's asking the question, who's coming next for you? So the cards I drew for you are the Prince of Swords, or the Knight of Swords, the Five of Hearts, or the Five of Cups, and the King of Hearts, or the King of Cups. The back of the deck, you have the Eight of Swords. Clarifying those, you have the Four of Cups reversed, the Chariot reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles. The back of that deck, you have the Moon. So your sigil means all is safe. So we'll just see what that means in the context of your reading as we go on. But first, I'm going to come here to the back of the deck energies. So once again, you have the Eight of Swords, and it's being clarified by the Moon. What I'm seeing is that for some reason you're very tied up. You've tied yourself up quite a lot, and I do think that it has to do with perhaps your emotions. In the traditional Rider-Waite Smith deck, the Eight of Swords is somebody who's tied up by like some toilet paper, and they could literally break free if they put a little bit of effort. And there is a river running in the background, so it makes me think of somebody who's tied up. They've mentally tied themselves up so they don't feel their emotions. And I feel like this might be the case for you. Like, you are afraid of looking into the deeper parts of yourself. And that's sort of like being confirmed here by the Moon. The Moon, if you think about the Moon literally at night with the moonlight, a lot of things get distorted, and things could seem a lot worse than what they are. And I feel that that's the reason that you've been tying yourself up. I feel that there might be some sort of emotional thing that you are afraid to look at and afraid to get yourself out of. It's not, I want to say it's not as bad as you think it is. I do feel that the it's like if you ever like look, I don't want to say making a mountain out of a molehill, because that feels a bit harsh to me, but like even if you think about like jumping off a diving board, once you're on the ground, when you're on the ground it looks small, and then once you're up there it looks like a lot bigger, the fall that it's going to be. So you do have the sigil here, meaning all is safe. So I do think it is sort of a go ahead to sort of make that leap, because you will land softly. So I'm going to come here to the Five of Hearts, or the Five of Cups, and it's being clarified by the Chariot. With this Five of Hearts here, I'm sort of feeling like the reason that you're tied yourself up is because you've lost somebody, or a relationship that you didn't want to come to an end did come to an end. And I'm feeling that you didn't expect it. I want to say that it happened really quickly. Like, that's the sort of sense I'm getting from the Chariot here. Usually in the upright, the Chariot would mean quite quickly, but I want to say that it's almost the opposite for you in the reverse position. Like, it just abruptly stopped. It was like full systems go and then full systems stop. Like, it was quite jolting for you. And with it, yeah, you lost whatever person or persons around you that you really cared about. Like, if you can see here, there's three broken hearts here, and the three broken hearts, the Three of Cups, is sort of about like celebration and friendship and harmony. And I feel that like that part was just taken away from you so quickly. Like, you do still have options here. If you can see that there's like still two hearts here. Two hearts is like represents the Two of Cups. So that is like soulmate energy still there. Like, you can see there's a man here waiting for her just to turn around to see him, because of the situation, and because of your fear of looking at it. There, at the moment, you don't see him. You are sort of afraid to turn around. But again, all is safe. You can turn around and everything will be okay. It's just at the moment, I do think that you're just taking your time out to heal. I don't even think it's taking a time out to heal, to be honest. I feel like you're just taking a time out because it's sort of like let's say something's that stabbed you in the heart. You don't want to take it out because you know the bleeding will start happening again. But if you keep on leaving it alone, you won't be able to fully heal. You're going to have to take it out and deal with what happens. And I feel that you're just right at the moment pausing because you don't want to deal with it. Next, here we have the Prince of Swords, and it's being clarified by the Four of Cups reversed. So what I'm seeing here is that there is a person who's coming in for you. And that person is being represented by the Prince of Swords. And they're going to be coming in quite quickly as well. I feel like it's almost going to be reminiscent for you of this Chariot energy here, because the Prince of Swords is the fastest moving prince, and the Prince of Swords does come in with a plan. He comes in with real authors. And I feel that with this Four of Cups here in the reverse, at first you're not going to notice it. But eventually you will, because it is in the reverse position. It feels outright. I feel like you wouldn't really see the person who's around you, similar to this Five of Cups. But I feel that with this Four of Cups in the reverse position, you're going to be able to see this offer coming into you. Even though this situation over here with the Five of Cups, even though that's still going to be on your mind, you're going to see the person and you're going to be able to see the offer for what it is. With this person who's coming in, I want to say that they will be serious about you. And I'm hearing that they're ready to put the work in. I feel like this person is somebody who will want to grow with you. So take that as it resonates, because the prince is obviously on their way of being the king, and this person wants to go on that journey with you. They want to put in the effort to grow with you. And it is saying that this is an okay person for you to be with. All is safe. So there's no reason for you to be hiding from this person or to be worried about them. I feel though that it might take a while for you to be able to be ready to accept them. I do feel that you're afraid of your emotions. And because it is the Prince of Swords, swords are all about mental energy. I feel that you will probably go with this person. It's just that you might not have an emotional connection at first. We do have cups here, so you do see emotion here, but with it in this reverse position, I do feel that you're going to sort of reserve yourself a bit. You do have you do have a cup right here, one cup, and that does represent a love offer, but I do think that you're going to hold back just a bit when you first meet this person. But you do have it coming to this, which is the King of Hearts, the King of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. So the King of Cups is like the king of emotion. I feel that not only is this person going to have deep feelings for you, I do feel that you're going to have deep feelings for this person. But I feel like your feelings for the person aren't going to be as deep as theirs. You have the Nine of Pentacles here, and the Nine of Pentacles is about a person who's very independent and they have everything that they want. Even though you're in this connection with this other person, I do feel that you are sort of still holding back your emotions instead of opening yourself up to them fully. This person is fully opened up to you and fully committed to you. It's just that I feel, still have the brakes on just a little bit. And it's saying you don't have to do that because this person is okay for you. This person won't hurt you again, how you've been hurt in the past. And I do think that once you start to open up to them a lot more emotionally, it's going to make the relationship all the better. I'm not saying to go ham and lose all your independence because of it. But it is really saying that this is everything is safe. You can be with this person without worrying. And I feel that though this person might become a bit impatient if you don't open up to them fully as they do with you. Not right away, but I feel like after a while, when I feel that this is a person who's in it for the long term, and I feel that after a while, if you don't open up, they might get a bit impatient and sort of, I want to say, doubt themselves because you aren't opening up to them like the way they have you, and they're going to sort of like doubt the relationship in general. Like, why is it that you haven't opened up to them, even though that they're here for you all the time and this and that? Like, I don't want to say that they don't blame you. It's just that they're going to be sort of baffled, and I do think that they're going to be a bit hurt by it. It might be a sort of argument about that. So I feel in order to evade that argument, you're going to want to sort of explain how you feel as you go, if that makes sense. Like, if you're feeling one way, you're going to want to say that. If you're feeling another way, you're going to want to say it, because obviously this person doesn't really know what's going on in your head, and I do feel that they are very empathetic towards you. It's just going to be a bit of a strain on them, carrying the emotional burden of this relationship for too long. And you're going to I don't feel like they will like break up with you because of that. It's just that if you do sort of give your emotions towards them equally, it'll make the burden off, take the burden off of them. Anyway, I'm going to come to your oracle cards now. The first ones I have for you are these Moonology cards, and you have 3. The first one is Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, which is the full moon in Leo. Then the next one you have is Look at the Bigger Picture, which is the full moon in Sagittarius. And then the third one you have is A New Start is Coming, which is the new moon. The back of the deck, you have Emotions Are Running High, which is the supermoon, but I also want to take out this one, the bottom of the deck, which is The End of a Tough Cycle Approaches. I feel like this one is more pertinent to you. And that's the full moon in Capricorn. So I'm going to come here first. We have Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way. And I do feel like that is really for you to say, it's okay to let your guard down around this person. I don't feel that the reason that your guard is going to be up is because of pride per se. I do think it's just you're afraid of, once again, going through those emotions and facing them for what they are. And I feel like if you want to, it's a good call for you, once again, to explain what's going on with you with this person who's coming in for you, because they are going to be a good match for you. Next, we have Look at the Bigger Picture, which is the full moon in Sagittarius. And with this look in this bigger picture, I'm feeling that, yeah, it is a call for you to look at the bigger picture. Like, what's going to hurt you more long term? Is it going to be to try to ignore the pain that you have that you're not facing, or is it going to be to keep it in or to let it out? Like, which is going to hurt you longer in the long term? Like, not just with this relationship, but in general in your life. And then last, we have A New Start is Coming. And I do think that this is just really about the person who's coming in, because when they do come in, it will be a very different from the way that this one ended. Because I feel like this person's going to want to work on things with you rather than calling it quits, I want to say. Not really calling it quits when you run into problems. This person's going to want to work on it with you. Anyway, so then the next oracle cards you have are these Clow Cards. You have 2. The first one is the Storm, and the second one is the Dash. So I'm going to start with the Storm here. So the Storm says intense emotions, frustrations being reduced. And I do feel like it is just really the intense emotions bit for you, because these are intense emotions that you are hiding. Like this card is also about suppression your emotions, and they will come bursting forth. And I feel like the longer that you suppress the emotions that you're hiding here with the 8 of Swords, the more pressure that you put on them, and eventually it's going to be like shaking up a Coke bottle. It's just going to explode. What is better is to just like sort of do it little bit by little bit and let the pressure out slowly, so you can handle it in a much more controlled manner. So the next card I have for you is this one, the dash. And the dash says the instantaneous power of victory in your hand, an internal fight with yourself. So, yeah, for you, it is really just about the fighting with yourself, because once again, I do see you like tying yourself up, just trying to control these emotions. But this card also says keep on going after it, and then afterwards, happiness awaits. Like, again, all is safe. You are going to, once you do let go of these emotions, everything's going to be okay for you, because I do feel like these emotions are very scary for you to process. But once you do get through them, that's when I feel like your life is going to flow so much better. Okay, so next I have for you one of these guided by the angel cards. And the card you have is number 70, which is Gabamia, I don't know. It's number 70, so I'm just going to read that out to you. So Gabamia says, he masters all the phenomena of nature, such as power and energy. Highly spiritual and separating himself from all that is not essential, he can regenerate people, plants, and animals. He perceives everything around him and, when necessary, immediately enters into action. Always confident and optimistic in his romantic, social, and professional life, he is also a little reserved and introspective at times. His image is one of integrity, and he never has anything to hide. So for you, I'm seeing it, the sentence, he perceives everything around him and, when necessary, immediately enters into action, because I feel like this is really a call for you, once again, to look at these parts of yourself that you're hiding from. And again, he has nothing to hide. And I feel like this is the energy that you have to come from, because all of these emotions that are in you are a part of you at the moment. And I feel that they are, again, they are sort of like running your life, like rather than you having controls over your emotions, these emotions are controlling you. Like, again, I feel you're suppressing them, so I feel like you're not, but in a way, because of your suppression, you can't because of the suppression of your emotions, you're not really opening yourself up to a lot of what the world has to offer. So you're going to want to, my advice is for you to like look at the emotions for what they are. So I'm just going to read out the attributes now. So the attribute is God, creator of everything. The planet is the moon. The angelic choir is the guardians. The ruling hour is from 11 p.m. to 11:20 p.m. The reasons for invoking are to give us confidence and optimism, to change our thought patterns, and to help us give up drugs or alcohol. So you could call on that angel if you want to. The next cards I have for you are these lookup cards, and you have 3. So the first one is use your obstacles as stepping stones. And I'm not really seeing it as an obstacle too much, but I do feel that it is really about opening yourself up to others. Then you have the best view comes after the hardest climb, which is sort of, to me, once again saying that, well, it's sort of saying to me that once you process these emotions, you're going to be able to see them for what they were, and you're going to be able to relate to people differently. And then the last one is be your own superhero. That is, to me, sort of a reminder of the 9 of Pentacles. Like, you are going to be the person who saves yourself, if that makes sense. And again, all is safe. You're going to be able to do it. So the back of the cards say, it's okay to be offline sometimes. Disconnect and reconnect with yourself instead. Declutter your living space and donate anything that isn't useful or beautiful. And have a whole day free from complaining and see how much better you feel afterwards. Those are exercises you could do if you would like. I don't usually like them that much. So instead, I have this mindfulness exercise that you could do instead if you're interested. So the card I have for you is like a field of flowers. I'm not really sure what kind of flowers that is. It might be poppies. I'm not positive. It's kind of bad because my channel is named after a bouquet. But anyway, so, oops. It says, watch a sunset or sunrise. Either today or tomorrow, take the time to watch a sunset or sunrise. There are few things more present than the feeling of watching a day start or end. Aside from its natural beauty, the sunset is also a great reminder that each and every day offers us a new end and a new beginning. Peacefully enjoy the vibrant colors and spirit of the sun and leave your to-do list and worries out of the moment. Yeah, I think it's a sunrise. I like sunsets better than sunrises personally. They're a lot more vibrant. But anyway, pile 2, that's all I have for you today. I hope that resonated. If it did, I would appreciate it if you liked, shared, subscribed, and commented. If you don't know what to comment, you can always leave me a little flower. I like flowers. But yeah, other than that, don't forget to carpe your damn diem. Bye bye. Hello everyone who chose pile 3 and this sigil. This is your reading. So I'm going to explain the sigil's meaning in just a second. I'm just going to show you your tarot first, and after your tarot I'm going to show you your oracle cards a little bit later on. Once again, this reading is for singles who's coming next for you. These are your tarot. First you have the 7 of Pentacles. Then you have the Hermit reversed. And for the final position, 2 cards came out. You have the Wheel of Fortune and the 3 of Pentacles. Just gonna put this like that. For the back of the deck, you have the Queen of Wands. Clarifying those, you have the 10 of Swords reversed. And you have the Lovers. And then in the final position, you have the Devil reversed. The back of that deck is the 7 of Swords. And for some reason, I want to take the card on the bottom as well. You have Justice. I'm not really feeling called to take the one on the other side. I have no idea what it is. Anyway, so your sigil means I have the courage to persevere. So you'll see what that means in the context of your reading. But anyways, I'm going to come here to the Queen of Wands, and it's being clarified by the 7 of Swords. So what I want to say is that I feel like you have been sort of dating around a lot. I don't mean that in a bad way, but the Queen of Wands is someone who's very passionate. And I feel that you have been dating someone who is very passionate. Or perhaps you've been looking for somebody who can match that passion within you. But with the 7 of Swords here, I feel like you weren't really being honest. And I'm not sure if it was with yourself about why you, I feel like you were, people who you've been meeting, you have been just sort of like, actually no, and just sort of, I don't want to say sneaking off or ghosting, but it's sort of like, you would see, I would say, a red flag, and rather than confront it, you'll just bounce. And with this Justice card here, I feel that it's because you were matching somebody else. I feel like there might have been a person who was in your past, or perhaps this is the person, somebody who you are still in contact with, I guess. And I feel that that is the person who not caused you, who like sort of taught you to sort of walk away when things didn't seem right, if that makes sense. Or perhaps you were just trying to match their energy, like maybe that happened to you in the past and you realize where they're coming from, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to come here to the Hermit reversed, and it's being clarified by the Lovers. So what I'm feeling with this Hermit reversed is, yeah, once again, I feel like you have been seeing people. The Lovers is a lot of times about sometimes it's about a third party, and I just don't think it was a third party. It was just not really someone you've been settled down with, if that makes sense. Like the Hermit in the reverse position, I'm saying that they're starting to rejoin society. And with the Lovers here, I feel like you've been looking for the person who is your match. I want to say that you might have met someone who was a match before. It could have been the person who caused adjustments. This card, for some of you, I'm not feeling it for most of you. But yeah, I feel like you have been dating, and I feel that you have met someone that you are very interested in, but you're not really sure whether to pursue it or not, or stay in the hermit mode and keep on seeing who else is out there. I'm feeling that for you with this person, that it is good for you to continue on with them. With the sigil here, I have the courage to persevere. Um, I feel like it's not really. I feel like that this person might have displayed a sort of a red flag, and that's why you're sort of wondering should you walk away or not. Like just sort of carry on what you usually do. But I'm feeling like in this situation, it is a bit better to just sort of keep on going, see where it leads. Well, if it resonates anyway. If it doesn't resonate, I do feel like it might just be that you are sort of ready to find somebody, and you are looking for your soulmate. But I'm feeling that for most people watching this, it is the first scenario that I just said. So I'm going to come here to the Seven of Pentacles, and it's being clarified by Death Reverse. With the Seven of Pentacles, I'm sort of seeing that, yeah, it is good to lay a foundation with this person. Like, I want to say the seeds will bear fruit. Like, you will be able to go where it is you want to go. Or for other people, it is a person who's coming in, and you'll be able to grow where it is you want to grow with them. But I'm feeling for a lot of people, it is you will be able to grow where you want to grow. I feel that this Ten of Swords in the reverse is just sort of a warning, not to shut it down before it has a chance to go anywhere, if that makes sense. I feel that you do have the tendency to sort of not rush to finish things, but sort of, I feel that you protect yourself a lot. And by doing that, a lot of times you do, when you see the first sign of trouble, you will go away. But I do feel like this person that you are inquiring about, or this person who's coming in, they will be able to, I want to say, handle what you're going to throw at them, if that makes sense to you. Like, maybe you might test them, or maybe that there's some sort of situation that you don't like and you're going to bring it up to them. But I'm feeling like this person will be able to handle it. And if it is something that you need to change with them, they will be able to start to plant the seeds of change. It might be a little bit, might take a while to get there, because the Seven of Pentacles is a lot of times about waiting. But the seeds will be able to sprout. Anyway, so we're going to come here to the Wheel of Fortune, Three of Pentacles, and the Devil reversed. I'm just going to look at these two first. So I'm sort of feeling like that there's, because I said there's sort of two groups, I feel like these are two different outcomes. So with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm feeling that for the person who already has a person, and that they are inquiring about, I feel like this is I want to say a fated match almost. Like, I do know that you do feel like some red flags with them, but with the Wheel of Fortune here, it is saying that they're going to be able to change, and they're going to be able to be a good match for you. Like, if you look at this card, each and everything does have a match except for that. But I'm just really looking at these pre-cups here. They have matches, and whatever those things are, they're both matched. And I want to say that they dazzle each other. Even they're both male peacocks, but it doesn't really matter. That's what I'm hearing. You're gonna dazzle each other, and it's going to be I want to say after this situation, like after the waiting period, you're going to be able to regenerate and grow and continue in onto something different. With the Devil reverse, I want to also say it's sort of like, I want to say another warning, like, don't get too attached to this person. I do think that that might be one of the reasons why you are so quick to jump is because you don't want to get an attachment to somebody who's not good for you. And I do want to say that that is still a valid concern. Like, I do feel that you have the tendency to get attached to people too quickly, or not even too quickly, in a like unhealthy way. Um, so it is really looking out for that. Like, if you look at these clarifying cards, we have the lovers, and on either side of them, it's like the Ten of Swords and it's the devil. So you want to make sure to stay aligned within the lovers card. The lovers card is also about true love, like true fated love. And if you lean too much to one side or the other, like you have the Ten of Swords and you have the devil on each side. So you want to make sure to be able to stay balanced within yourself and still have a sense of self. Even though you are with another person, you're going to want to, I don't want to say it's like two halves in a whole, it's two wholes becoming a bigger hoe, if that makes sense. Like, you don't want to be 50-50, it's 100-100, and then those two people could grow into 200 together, if that makes sense. Then with the other people, with the Three of Pentacles, I'm sort of seeing that it's like you're going to be able to lay a strong foundation with this person that's coming in. Like you've laid the seeds in number over here in the Seven of Pentacles, and over here in the Three of Pentacles is saying that you do have a strong foundation that you're going to be able to grow with together. Like if you could look in this card, you could see that each person is carrying half the basket, and I do feel like it's going to be a very balanced and very good relationship for you. With the devil here, I do want to say it is similar to the other people. Like you do want to pay attention and make sure that you don't let either of you hold the basket too heavily, if that makes sense. Like don't let one of you slack off, because even though you both have something in each of the other's arms, and you're like, oh well, I'm tired now, so I'm gonna let them do it. Don't do that, because you both are dealing with things. Just make sure that it is a balanced relationship. Like if you get tired, just say them and you can both take a break together. Like don't just let everything lean on the one person. And I'm coming to this like pentacle that's on the pentagram that's on the devil's face, and it is like sort of another pentacle, and I feel that it's another thing to look out for or to think about, because it is something that you want to hold on to. The Four of Pentacles is about somebody who's holding on to what they have. And I do think that this is going to be something that you're going to want to hold on to and not to let go so quickly of. I want to say for that second group as well, like, what was it? Like this. So on one side you have the the Ten of Swords, and I do think that's the warning. Like if you let the other person do the lion's share, or if that other person lets the lion's share happen, it is a Ten of Swords moment that could occur. And with the devil is once again, it is about unhealthy attachments. It's saying make sure you don't get too attached. And these two, this is for both of you, these two, the lovers and the devil, to me they're like, to me the lovers and the devil are match cards. One is the healthy version of a relationship and one is the unhealthy version of a relationship. So it is once again saying literally, once you feel yourself going too far into this devil energy, you're just going to want to center yourself back here, back in the middle of not towards the middle of the reading, but it's just because this card is in the middle, you're going to want to center yourself and not give up too far. Like again, you have the courage to persevere. You're going to be able to, if there are any hurdles that do come along with this relationship, every relationship does have hurdles that you're going to want to overcome. It is saying that it is safe for you to be with this person for the long term. This is a person that you're going to be able to grow with. And I want to say grow up with for some of you. Anyway, so now I'm going to move on to your oracle cards. The first cards I have for you are these Moonology cards, and you have 3. The first one is you're very close to achieving your goal. Then the second is meditate and contemplate. And the third is it's time to release negativity. Back of the deck, you have emotions are running high, which is the supermoon. Anyway, so I'm going to come here first. You're very close to achieving your goal. And I do want to say this is mainly for the person that has somebody who they are, well, so this card is really saying to me, like, with this foundation or with this hermit in the reverse position, because this hermit is looking for the lovers, they're looking for their match. And I feel like this person is once again very close to you. Like, I don't know if they're the next person coming up, but within the next 2 or 3 people that you meet, this is the person that you're going to want to stay with. This is the person that you're going to want to put the work in. And that's for those of you who aren't sure. I mean, so those of you who don't have anyone in mind. With the people who do have someone in mind, I feel that person. I'm hearing that person is safe. But yeah, you're very close to achieving your goal. So don't just, like it is, you want to persevere because that's a person that's very soon coming, I want to say. Then we have meditate and contemplate, which is the new moon in Pisces, and that is just sort of coming here with the lovers to me. So once you feel yourself going to either of these sort of things, you're going to want to have to stay negative. Just come back to yourself and meditate and think about why this is happening and what you could do to sort of keep yourself from going too far any more farther to one end or the other. And then last is it's time to release negativity, which is the full moon in Scorpio. And I'm not really seeing it as a release of negativity. I do think it's just really saying it's time to let go of like this situation, the situation of you walking away when things start to, I want to say, look awry, because I feel like things could straighten themselves back out. Next, I have for you these Clow Cards, and you have 2. The first one is the fiery, and then the second is the cloud. So I'm just going to read those out to you. So I'm going to start here with the fiery, and the fiery says strong beliefs, overcoming obstacles. And I do think it's just really overcoming the strong beliefs about, like, you should leave soon as you have trouble. Like, if it's if it's a huge red flag, or if it's something that crosses your boundaries, it is 100% okay to go. I do think, though, it's just really saying to take a step back and think about if this situation can change if you say something. And then the next one I have for you is the cloud. So the cloud says, the decision decides the outcome. Choose your decisions carefully. So that is really about this once again, because if you decide to walk away from this person, the outcome is that it won't go any further. But if you decide to try to work with things, I do think you will come here to the Wheel of Fortune, to the 3 of Pentacles. Try not to come here to the devil, to the devil. But in the reverse position, it's not that bad. You're coming out of that, I want to say, energy that you don't want to be too stuck in. With the sigil, I have the courage to persevere. Like, it is saying that the better decision for you will be to persevere, to see where things go, to see if things will try to fix, because you can't change someone, but you could try to give them a chance. Anyway, so the next cards I have for you are these Guided by the Angels cards. You have 2. The first one is Azalel, and then the second one is Pahalia, which is number 20, and Aziel is number 13. So I'm just going to read these both out to you. So I'm going to start here with Aizalel. And Aizalel says, knowledgeable about material and spiritual laws, he is the bearer of good news. The nobility of his character and dignity in his behavior characterize his way of life. He is the center of attention in any environment due to 3 outstanding features. his wisdom, serenity, and intuition. He often has the strong impression that he has already experienced in another realm or life what he is living now. He has a great capacity to adapt, and the purpose of his life is to transmute the crude into spiritual. He only likes to put his time and effort into things that will come to something. And for you, it's really that last sentence. He likes to put his time and effort into things that will come to something. And I do feel this is a good thing to put your effort into. I do think that this is something that will come to something for you. I'm just going to read out the attributes now, in case you want to call on this angel. So the attribute is the glorified God. The planet is Uranus. The angelic choir is cherubim. The ruling hour is from 4 a.m. to 4:20 a.m. The reasons for invoking are to obtain justice, to free us from depression, to protect against lies and false testimony, and to protect the innocent and let the truth be known. So yeah, you could call on him if you want to. And now I'm going to read out this one, which is Pahalia, and he is upside down. So Pahalia says he studies the Kabbalah and understands that the invisible world can bring harmony to the visible world. He also studies other various topics in great depth. So I'm feeling that for you, it's just, I do feel that if you were to sort of, I don't want to say change yourself, but it's sort of like, I want to say persevere, not even persevere. It's sort of like a feeling that I'm getting that one of the reasons that you are like this, as I said, is because of a situation that has happened in the past. And I feel that you're not completely over that situation. And once you are able to process those feelings, that is when things are going to turn for the better. And I do also want to say that this is another situation as well that you want to keep the lookout for, because if on the inside you are feeling yourself get this way, then the relationship will be sort of unsteady. Anyways, I'm going to move on now to these lookup cards. And you have 3. The first one is the moment you take control of your story, you get to write the ending. And I do think that this is what this is, because I feel about the 10 of Swords sort of situation. Like, if you keep on deciding to, I want to say, delete people, you're not going to be able to write a future with them, if that makes sense. So then the next one is a goal is just a dream with a deadline. I'm not really seeing a dream with a deadline. I'm not really seeing anything that's temporal here, like that has to do with time. I'm just seeing it's more like, I want to say, write down, not really the goal, or I feel like this is just really about communication, about what it is that you want from your partner or out of a partner. And then this last one is life is too short to live the same day twice. And I'm feeling like that is just for you to say, like, because you have been cutting people off so easily, that's your sort of pattern that you're in now. If you want to change what happens, you're going to have to change your pattern. Anyway, so these are the back of the cards. Is put 10 things on your calendar that you are looking forward to: a friend's wedding, a day off, or a special birthday, for example. Don't be full of excuses. Commit to seeing things to the end. I actually like that one for you. I don't want to say commit to seeing things to the end, but try to work on things at least a little bit. Try to persevere through. And then the last one is write down your goals and dreams and stick the list somewhere you can see it every day. Anyway, those are activities that you can follow if you would wish. I also have this mindfulness activity for you to do. So this is the one I pulled for you, and it looks like some sort of engine or some sort of gear mechanism. And it says cause and effect exercise. Choose an appropriate amount of time. An hour is good, but longer or shorter depending on your day works as well. For that time, contemplate cause and effect for everything that you do. Sounds simple, but you'll be surprised about how many actions you do in an hour. For example, you want to write something. Picking up a pen will cause the ink to flow to the bottom, and in turn, scratching it on paper will leave a colored ink trail along the page. Do this for every single action you take. For some reason, I want to say to you that this is like, you want to do this with the relationships, or like relationships that you have and relationships that you want to have. You're going to want to think about the cause and effect side of things. But anyway, pile 3, that's all I have for you today. I hope that resonated. If it did, I will appreciate it if you liked, shared, subscribed, and commented. If you don't know what to comment, you could always leave me a flower. I like flowers. And I named my channel after a bouquet. But yeah, other than that, don't forget to carpe your damn diem. Bye bye.